Welcome to my channel, Thekingleeway. My name is King, and today's title is Dear Filipinas, want to date or marry a Korean guy? 5 things you need to know. And before I cover those 5 things you need to know, so please hit the like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon for future notifications. So, I'm going to be speaking to the Filipinas here today. And I'm going to start breaking down each of the points. So, the first one that you need to know is when you're dating a Korean guy or going to end up marrying him, here is one obstacle. There is a serious language barrier. Even if Korean guys have been studying English since they were children, they're good at taking tests and scoring 100% almost times on grammar, but they have no clue how to express or speak, the language. So, gonna have to be aware of that at times. So, here's the thing. I've seen, Filipinas that date Korean guys, they speak pretty good Korean. But, yeah, might be wise to maybe learn some Korean if you want to really date that Korean guy. So, sometimes, watching those K-dramas and K-pop does pay off in a way if you're really into that. So, that'd be one way you can study Korean. So, I just want to let you know there is a serious language barrier. So, yes, that's point number 1. Now, the second thing you need to know, as I said that, it's good to learn the Korean language by watching K-drama, K-pop, and, really, it's good for you guys to enjoy it, but I have a reality check. Okay. Sorry, not all Korean guys look like Lee Min-ho or Min-ho Lee. Yes. I just want you to let you know that what you see in the K-drama is extreme fantasy. It is not the real South Korea. And I'm sorry to dash your dreams about that. So as much as I understand that, Philippines, as much as I love the Philippines, Korea, you got one of the nicest infrastructures with the fastest internet over here, etc., etc. But what you see in K-drama, K-movies, it's a fantasy, K-pop fantasy. So please get that out of your head. So, yeah, but I'm not saying still watch it, enjoy it. If you love Korean culture, hey, kudos to you. So, at times I still watch it too, So no shame in that. So, enjoy it. But just be aware. All right, now, point number 3. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. And maybe you Filipinos might really like this. Because, a lot of you like to constantly message. But with Korean guys in general, they're going to be messaging you probably a lot more than you would message him. Yes, they're going to be like, hello, morning to you, good night, what are you doing right now, where are you at, I saw your Facebook picture, who is that guy next to you, even if that guy could have been your cousin or your brother, there's going to be some sense of jealousy going on, making sure you're not with another guy. So, just let you know, just like, when I was dating, but, I have a Filipino girlfriend right now, where I used to get like, good morning, sir, did you eat your breakfast, sir, etc. Well, with Korean guys, it's going to be a little more intense. Of course, in my case, I'm not that intense because even if I have a Korean face, I have Korean parents, I have a Korean heritage, I was born in America. So I think more like the Western men. So I'm more of a Westerner. So I don't have the mentality of how Koreans are, So that's how I grew up. But for a regular native South Korean man, they're gonna be constantly messaged. Not all of them, but majority will be like la 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 la. So just be aware of that. And yeah, and you might like the attention, or you might think it's overkill. So that is number 3, know how what to deal with when dating Korean men, or you're gonna be marrying one. Now, number 4. This is a little different know-how or point here. So you've been dating a Korean guy. You've been in a serious relationship with a Korean guy. Both of you are planning to get married and have a future together. So, here's the thing, especially for you Filipinas, because Korea is a homogeneous country. Usually bloodlines are not really separated compared to, in the Philippine culture, Philippines will marry other expats and other foreign men, In Korea, the mixing thing is not a big thing. They're big about staying within the Korean culture. But now, just to give you Filipinos a little bit of hope, it's starting to change a little. I'm starting to see, different changes here. I'm starting to see more Filipinos marry to Korean guys. So yeah, it's still possible. But you do have to meet the expectations of the Korean guy's parents. If they don't like you and they do not bless you into the family, the odds are he's not going to marry you. So I just want you to know that. Majority of them are going to do what their parents says. Maybe very few. I'm one of those very few, but I am more of an American with Western values where, I'm going to marry my Filipina because I like her and I love her and I want to be with her. You're not going to tell me, no, I can't. But in the Korean culture, a good percentage of them would be like, no, you can't marry her, and they won't marry her. So I've seen, of course, I've seen a movie, Can It Be Love, with Sandra Park and Hero Angeles, where there was a scene where the parents was going to cut that Korean guy off because, he was dad was wealthy and he had to dump the Filipina in that movie. So you got to meet those expectations. So if you meet the parents' expectations, you're good. You'll be married in a family, and I think the odds now are more in your favor because a lot of Korean women are not getting married. Korean women put too much pressure and standards on these Korean guys, so they're looking to go somewhere else. And yeah, and as more Korean guys that I talk to, they prefer Southeast Asian women. They even like Filipinas more because it just, from the culture that you guys come from, it's warm, caring, and they love that too, just like myself too. So I just want you to know you do got to meet the expectations, but what I'm doing is I'm trying to put the odds a little bit more in your favor now. I'm starting to see the changes because I can say that because I'm here in Korea. I'm actually trying to look for this kind of stuff. I kind of keep an eye out and see what's going on in South Korea here. So just wanted to let you know that. That's point 4. That's if you got to that serious point and you're going to get married. Now, the 5th thing you need to know, and let's say you're successfully got hitched, the parents accept you as their daughter-in-law, you're going to get married, yes, and you're excited, you get married. Of course, yeah, it's cool. You got married, you go to honeymoon, then you have kids. But I just want to give you a little bit of an issue that you might deal with, especially if your Korean husband brings you to Korea, and if he's working at a company, he's gonna be there all day. You might not see a lot of him until nighttime, and you might not see, and then maybe you will see him on the weekends. But the Korean work culture is intense. He will be working pretty much all day. Sometimes he has to go drink and go to wake shift afterwards with the boss. So yeah, even if the President Moon Jae-in said these work hours need to cut down from, 68 hours to 52-hour work weeks, some of these private companies will force your husband, if that's where he's working, to work for him. And if he has a boss that is he's going to have to be stuck over there and hang out more with the boss than hang out with you. So just wanted to let you know that. Unless, if he is living in the Philippines running a business, that might be a little bit better where you will see more of him. That'll be the positive part. So just want to let you know that. So those are the 5 know-hows for you Filipinas if you wanted to date or marry a Korean guy. And here's what I would like. Here's a special request that I have from you Filipinas that are either married to Koreans or dating a Korean guy. These 5 points that I mentioned. Could you comment and say that it's, in your experience, do you think this true or do you think it's not true? Or the Korean guy you're dating or you're married to, does this 5 points have any issues with you? So I'd really like to know your opinion because I like to, see everyone's experience. So hopefully, I can kind of see what's going on within the experiences of the Filipinas that are dating or getting married to Korean men. So I would really appreciate it if, you ladies can comment and give me some insight. So yeah. So, and if you disagree with these 5 points, say it because I want to know. And if you agree. So give me the opinion and, I like to read up on this. And for any of you that enjoyed this content, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for future videos. So wherever you are, please stay safe and I'll see you in my next video.